All right, hi everyone. I am in our lovely kind of just OBS studio right now. I wanted to do a quick not Facebook Live. Wow, I don't even know what app I'm on. A quick YouTube Live because we have a pretty I don't like saying scary situation setting up, but we do have something that is of concern in terms of thunderstorms. So we are going to see a pretty good risk of severe thunderstorms kind of here in the deep south, and it's really from far eastern Texas into Louisiana into portions of, Mississippi, even Alabama. And what's happening is we've got a really interesting system, and we are in what we like to call our November, our fall storm season, basically, and, fall severe weather season. And in this case, you can see that we've got the enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5 for areas like Alexandria, Jackson, Mississippi, Macomb, Mississippi, and we could see some strong tornadoes. The tornado risk especially is going to be ramping up as we head into the time period after sunset, and that's one of the biggest concerns I have with this particular system because this, enhanced risk is right along I-20, and a lot of, college students are coming home right now. You've got, people traveling for the holiday. Thanksgiving's on Thursday, as you know, and, we've got the chance for tornadoes, but also we could see some severe hail, some severe damaging winds. So this is the risk we're looking at right now. This is actually an updated risk. I think it's extended just a little bit further into Texas. And when you break down the risks, of course you got the wind risk, 30%. That's pretty much typical. You got the hail risk, but it's this risk, the tornado risk, that's really got me concerned because you got a 10% chance there in yellow of a tornado within 15 miles of your location or within 25 miles of your location. So if you're in the yellow, you have a 10% risk of a tornado within 25 miles of you. The hatched marks indicate that there's the potential for strong tornadoes in that area, especially. And then other spots in the brown there, including New Orleans, you've got a 5% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of your location. And that also includes Baton Rouge. It includes Mobile, Lafayette, excuse me, that's in Louisiana. If it's in Louisiana, it's Lafayette. If it's pretty much anywhere else in the South, it's Lafayette. And then you also have that 2% risk up through Memphis and, into portions of Arkansas, looks like Little Rock included. So that's what we're looking at, with the tornado risk. And basically what we're seeing is that potential for some supercell development. And things are already starting to get a little dicey there along the Texas-Louisiana border. So conditions are going to become favorable for supercells this afternoon. All severe hazards are possible, including strong tornadoes. So this is the latest mesoscale discussion that just came out at 2 o'clock Central, or no, valid through 2 o'clock Central, as I was saying. I was like, wait a minute, it's not even 2 o'clock Central yet. But you can see that the low pressure is up there in Oklahoma. You've got the frontal boundaries. And what's really fueling this is that Gulf moisture, and it's kind of contained. Excuse me. It is kind of contained to portions of, along the Gulf Coast. That moisture, thankfully, isn't further up. But, here kind of along the Gulf Coast, a little further up into the deep south, that's where we have that risk because of the moisture. We've got all the dynamics in place for things to really get going. So let's go ahead and take a look at the time. So this is 1 o'clock. This is the NAM. And I was looking at HRRR and all the different models, and they're pretty, consistent with what they're showing. They show a few supercells trying to develop primarily in that enhanced region from East Texas into Louisiana, into Mississippi. And this is not the best view of, what's going on in terms of the regional picture. I just have the southeast available here. That's the best viewpoint using Weather Bell, but you've got the storms really firing up. This is 7 o'clock, and you can see things continuing off to the east, and by that point the sun has set, so that's why things are so dangerous. And then 8, 9 o'clock, things are still going. You see these storms spreading over into Alabama. By the nighttime hours, 11 o'clock, you start to see stuff hitting Georgia as well. And into tomorrow hours. So by tomorrow, what you see is, scattered thunderstorms. Some are going to be strong, but it's mainly just going to be nasty along, areas in Georgia, into Tennessee, East Tennessee, through the Carolinas before kind of creating a really wet, nasty mess as we head into later Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday along the eastern seaboard. So 95 is going to get gross. But the severe weather threat really is just kind of for tonight, for this evening primarily. And that's what my concern is. And here's the higher resolution HRRR. So this is, let's take you to 3 o'clock. And you look over in Texas and you look into Louisiana and you're starting to see supercells develop. So these are going to be storms that are apart from everything else. They can tap into any energy that's there. And you've got upper level dynamics. You've got the, jet stream that's going to be pretty strong. You've also got the moisture to work with. So that's going to be the area that kind of has the ingredients in place for severe weather. And then really into 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, notice it's still really stormy in Louisiana. This is 9 o'clock. This is when a lot of the action's in Mississippi, and then pushing toward Alabama, and then eventually Georgia. So that is the view of this. Let's take a look at the kind of the whole picture of this system. And we're going to switch back over to NAM just because it's got the kind of longer time period. And we're also going to change over to reflectivity type so we can see the snow. So you see this kind of developing. You've got the severe weather on the southern end of this, and then you kind of got the wintry mess in Minnesota and in Michigan, and then also up and toward closer to Thanksgiving. You see really snowy kind of gross conditions up into New England. So that's what we're looking at with this. I think the biggest concern with this system is definitely going to be the threat for severe weather. So please pay attention, make sure you have alerts turned on your phone, and just stay safe. And thank you for watching this live. I hope it was helpful with the timing of these storms. And really, it's this area right here in the orange and the yellow. So anywhere from East Texas all the way into Western Alabama, but especially very far East Texas, kind of the Lufkin area, into central and northern Louisiana, into central Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, looking at you folks. You just need to pay attention. And if you're traveling along I-20, even I-10, good luck. It's going to be gross and messy, and please just stay safe.
New studies available on ProLive.
And I will see you guys next time I do a live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy Thanksgiving. I'll try to, if anything else pops up or if anything else looks really active, I'll pop back up on here and do another